Now, some of these people are related to us. I for sure know that one that I'm connecting to is not biological family.
Okay.
I for sure am connecting to a lady that I want to bring up. There is, interestingly, good to keep in mind a Karen or a C or a K connection that I would need to highlight. This is a woman who acknowledges dealing with medication actually being like either put on her or having to take medication. This is someone who, by nature, if they were hurting, would not even take an Advil. So this is not somebody who would have been, trying to run for medications.
Kira Michelle.
She brought up, very strongly referencing to breast and cancer in reference to a mass being found. And then I feel like we establish this and we find this, but then this spreads. Do you know if anybody dealt with cancer twice?
So we had a close friend who did have cancer twice.
Okay.
And she was someone who wouldn't take medication.
Okay.
She changed her name to Kira.
Okay.
It started with a C.
Oh, okay.
So it had a C.
That makes sense. The way I need to bring this up is she's having me highlight a feeling of I'm not wanting people to see me when I make this change. And there's a feeling of like, had we known, we could have actually gotten there in time, but there wasn't a need to get there in time because that closure was already established from her end long before. It's like, we don't need you to actually be there to give me that closure.
Yeah, it was just, and it really, like, Kevin and I talk about it more often than you would imagine. We're just like, oh my God, why weren't we there? Why weren't we there? And it's haunted us.
We're gonna talk about grandma situation. Connected on mom's side of family, for sure.
Sure.
There's this reference of this woman who's acknowledging that she would have, at a time when it came to raising children, stepped in and actually took a role of like, more than just grandma in the way this is coming through. And it's like taking on a role that I didn't normally have to take, but then I took it and I did it voluntarily and it just keeps coming in.
My grandma supported us.
It's a situation where basically a father figure wasn't able to be fully present, fully emotionally like there, where I pass away and I don't feel like I've gotten to say everything that I needed to say, but to mom very specifically. And it's like almost, I don't want to say a shame around this, but it was a feeling of like, oh my God, I didn't get this chance.
Right.
And it's like,
Oh my God.
I mean, my grandpa on my mom's side, I didn't like know well or have much of a connection with.
Yeah, it makes sense because it's oriented like just towards mom. It's like it's not for you, it's just for mom. I know how, right? But it's there was almost a hesitance in coming through, is the way I would describe it.
Wow, Dad.
But it was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get everything out.
Right.
That I want to get out. It would be around Dad's passing.
That's so on.
Is it?
Yeah. My dad had a stroke and he couldn't talk anymore.
You said he couldn't talk.
Do you have any objects for him?
I do not.
Okay.
Did you bring stuff of your dad's too?
On mom's side of family, do you know if anyone served at all? Like in the military, in any capacity, like in an armed force census? They're showing me basically like working as an engineer.
I feel like my answer for everything is not that I know of, because I don't know.
Totally fine.
No
worries.
Is that him?
It's him. It's this guy.
People will pass and I'll connect with them and they actually won't actively still be involved in their family's lives. In this case, he is still massively involved in his family's lives. And this is referencing to what would be his daughter, I'm thinking.
He had one daughter, Claudia Daniela.
How old was she when he passed?
3.
That was the baby. He was referencing him looking out for a baby, like a little one. The way this is coming in, they're referencing to geographical distance, and they're having me talk about a move. This is just important and good to know.
She just moved.
Because they're bringing this up. There's a very distinct reference of opportunity to go between two places. This is good to keep in mind as well. They're acknowledging around her taking the next step, that she's going to have the opportunity to do something. That would be something like a program, something official, something that one would do to learn more about something. I see this happening for her. I just don't think it's been done yet.
She's watching.
Oh, fabulous. That's nice, yeah.
Yeah. Can I ask my niece to come? She's the owner of the watch.
Please do.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
This was so fun.
Oh,
How are you?
Oh my gosh, you look so similar.
She's mini me.
Oh my God, it was so exciting to watch.
See.
It's a lot to listen to.
It
It's
is.
very intense.
The move thing was perfect because she's been telling me all the time. She's like, you can do the best of both coasts. You can do Miami and LA back and forth. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Because it takes work, you know, to do both.
Absolutely. Do you ever feel your dad around in your life?
All the time.
Aw.
All the time.
Good.
All the time, always.
Absolutely. It was amazing how strong he came through. And I just want you to know the best thing you can do to honor your dad is to do everything that you want to do, to live your passion, to live your truth, to go out there and do all these things. He's going to live through that, and he's going to be with you when you do these things, and you're never ever going to be alone.
I've never felt alone, ever.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Exactly.
Because she's always had a lot of people around.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
All the moms.
Yes, that helps.
All the moms.
Definitely.
It was special for Clary, I think, to be here because she loved Tyler.
Right.
It was so good to know. I'm so glad you came.
I'm so happy I came.
And because she always wanted to hear something about her father so that she could feel a little bit closer with him since she doesn't remember him.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Who's coming through? This person coming through who's acknowledging that this feels like my life was taken prematurely in the way this comes across, and so that's a very strong, indication that comes in. There's a whole thing when I'm connecting with this person's energy where I can tell that in life they would have to some extent been preoccupied before they passed with their health or focused on their health, and then I feel like I pass away of something surprising. So it's coming in, but it would have been at kind of a weird age where it would be premature. This is coming in, this is good to keep in mind, it's referencing to an individual. I'm seeing my symbol for college. Who this would be referring to is an individual who would be in college, would have but at the time. Yeah. Just good to keep in mind they are referencing to a Stephen or a Steve connection. Oh my god. I don't know where that fits, but it came in.
It's his middle name.
Oh.
And he died in his dorm room at college. He had epilepsy his whole life and was definitely careful about it, but then he died suddenly the day before his birthday, and I still don't know how he died, but he was my love. He was the cutest boy in school, and I was devastated, just devastated as a young girl, and he was the first young person I knew who died. It just was surreal. Grandparents go, you expect it. It was so out of time. I was in love with him since I first saw him in first grade, and we both had a lazy eye. we both wore glasses, but he was the most beautiful boy in the world to me. And he was my first love, and I had told my friend, I will always love him no matter what, no matter when I'm grown up, no matter, and he just still stays with me kind of as the person I, first loved and thought I would love forever. And he was really special to me and to a lot of people, and I hope he's at peace now.